Nature is a cruel place where animals must constantly fight for survival. Most of the time, animals in the wild know exactly who they can win a fight against and what kind of animal they should avoid at all costs. Sometimes, however, animals do get a little too confident and mess with the wrong opponent. Watch this video till the end and you'll be shocked. The silverback gorilla is one of the strongest animals on the planet. So when these massive and aggressive gorillas started raging at the zoo, these people were very thankful that the bulletproof glass was there to keep them safe. This curious dog learned its lesson the hard way after attacking an electric eel, only to get violently zapped. An overly confident tiger quickly regrets trying to sneak up on a sloth bear when it stands up to demonstrate its dominance. Protecting and caring for your family is not only important for us humans, it's a rule that applies to many animals on this planet. So when these baboons saw one of their family members being attacked by a huge crocodile, they all jumped in to beat up the predator and save their friend who was in desperate need of help.
Can we drive now? No?
This curious dog just wanted to mess around with a kangaroo, but almost gets drowned in the process. Some cats seem to be completely fearless and are never intimidated by larger creatures, just like this cat chasing away a bear. There is a huge difference in size between a cow and a goat, so when these animals charge towards one another after a long standoff, you will certainly be surprised by the one left standing. When this lonely hyena stumbled upon a pack of 20 wild dogs, she immediately felt threatened and called for backup. In order for her call to travel as far as possible, she lowered her head to the ground before howling, making the sound carry further. When the backup finally arrived, the wild dogs knew they wouldn't stand a chance and quickly ran off. Two hungry lions decided to team up to prey on a buffalo, but didn't realize the buffalo has friends too. When this buffalo saw a lion sneaking around in the bushes and preparing to attack, it decided to take the first move and strike first. This lion was cornered by hyenas and desperately called for help while fighting for her life. And after managing to endure a long and tough fight, her pack finally arrives and comes to the rescue. These cheetah cubs wanted a baby warthog for dinner and tried to chase them down, until the vicious warthog parents came to the rescue and started chasing the cheetahs instead. Sometimes it's not about being the biggest, you also have to have confidence, just like this duck messing with a pack of hungry tigers.
Huh?
Seems like ducks really love messing with tigers, because here's another one. And here's yet another case where confidence beats size. This northern water snake thought an eel would be an excellent and effortless dinner, but the eel wanted to live another day and fought its way to freedom. Despite being surrounded by several lions trying to take him down, he was still able to resist and survive, while also doing just as much damage towards them.
Oh!
Here we have a rhino who is all bark and no bite. Apparently, humans aren't the only species capable of trolling, because this monkey decided to bully two tigers by swinging down and pinching their ears.
Get away from me!
This rhino chose an opponent in a completely different weight division, and the elephant had to teach it a lesson and show who's the real king of the savannah.
Oh my god, baby.
Whoa. This is my territory.
Even though cats are pretty small animals, they are also one of the most confident. Just check out this cat exerting her dominance against two tigers. This may be the same duck we saw earlier. If so, he sure loves going around different places and messing with tigers.
kill me.
If you still don't think the wilderness is a cruel place after all we've seen so far, you will definitely think so after watching this next part. This video shows a male bear attacking a female in order to eliminate her cubs. Male bears will sometimes do this in order to mate with the mother, who will only do so if she doesn't have any babies to care for. But this time, the bigger and stronger dad was close by and quickly came to the rescue. When hyenas fight together in a pack, they become very dangerous. So when they tried to steal food from these lionesses, they struggled to fight back. But when the king of the jungle came running to the rescue, the enemy knew they had to back down. Ever think you're outsized? Then watch this little terrapin show the lions who's boss by chasing them away from his watering hole.
I am not in danger. I am the danger.
This incredibly lucky bush buck barely escapes from a hungry crocodile.
Oh, come on, man.
Imagine running for your life, and this is the fastest you can go. A mountain goat on the verge of losing its final fight against an eagle throws itself down the mountain in a last-ditch effort to survive. This Alaskan grizzly bear is much smaller than his opponent, but he's got the heart of a true warrior. Just watch as he gets on his back during a vicious fight for survival, and instead of panicking, he waits for the perfect opening and then retakes his position. This wildebeest made a dramatic escape as he leaped over two hungry lionesses on the run before darting across a lake and outpacing the entire pride. Foxes are usually friendly and try to evade conflict. However, foxes are wild animals and will always revert to their instincts in a situation where they feel threatened. But this fox definitely messed with a wrong cat who stood its ground fearlessly.
Oh my god, the cat noticed me now. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh my god.
While this zebra tries to kill a foal, its mother does everything in her power to fight back and protect her child.
Run, baby, run. Help him. No.
A gorilla attacked this mother as its child desperately tried to intervene and stop the fight. But then, their enormous father came to the rescue. These two sloth bears got into a heated fight in a zoo as workers tried everything to break it up. And as these kangaroos were having an intense fight, one of them took it a little too far. Giraffes fighting, on the other hand, might be one of the funniest and weirdest things out there. Just watch as these giraffes use their long necks to try and take each other down. But here's a way more intense fight, where the giraffes fight to the death and neither of them are willing to back down. This white lion successfully defends itself from 2 tigers. A mother hippo who's about to have a baby is forced to defend her other children as they're attacked by hungry lions. The mother ferociously attacks one lioness, but the pride won't give up that easily. They wait until nightfall and take advantage of the tired hippo, again trying to sink their teeth into the prey's flesh. But the hippo still does not give up and brutally catches one lioness. Succumbing to the wounds she's endured, she has no power left to attack and surrenders as each of the lions begins to feast on the hippo's carcass. When a crocodile walked into this lion pride's territory, it quickly regretted its decision as the male lion showed who's the true king of the land. The injured crocodile then slowly walks away and will probably never come back again. An octopus swam in the wrong place and was chased down and devoured by a school of leather jackets. After a lone female squirrel approaches a cobra from behind, a snakebite causes her to retreat from the battle. In seconds, the squirrel has gone from snake killer to scaredy cat. But luckily for her, the action has caught the attention of a far meaner neighbor, a yellow mongoose who's considered the cobra hitman. The animals then face off in a deadly fight, where the cobra delivers a quick strike and the mongoose pulls a Matrix-style getaway. Finally, the cobra manages to deliver its winning blow, and they take off in opposite directions. When this bear climbs up to an eagle's nest, they have to desperately try to fight off the giant intruder from their home. And this goose heckling a horse soon regrets his decision. A group of otters won't leave this orangutan alone until it uses a stick to fight them off. These 2 Komodo dragons fight intensely, but quickly get tired and start cozying up instead. These curious and hungry lions stumble upon a huge crocodile who barely escapes the vicious attack. And this dog who protects his owner from a baby crocodile. An angry elephant charges at a hippo and chases him out of his territory. And this incredible sighting unfolds as a flock of angry birds gang up and attack a snake. 3 leopards gang up on one honey badger, but soon regret their decision when it chooses to fight back. A buffalo and a bull use their deadly horns in a brutal fight, and even though the Cape buffalo is considered one of Africa's big 5, the bull proves that it's definitely not an easy opponent. And while the fight continues intensely, the other cows stand and watch the duel as if it were a movie. Somebody get these guys some popcorn for the show.
He needs some milk.
And here's another fight between a buffalo and a bull, but this time, the bull quickly chickens out.
gagabahin ka lang.
When a hippo gets angry at a herd of buffalo for visiting his pond, he does some strange things to say the least to chase them away.
Oh my god.
Not that nice.
Oh, he's feeding his own poop.
Well, evidently pigs really can fly, because this gnarly rhino gets triggered and launches a nosy warthog 10 feet into the air. Check out how these ninja rats evade rattlesnake attacks, kicking them in the face mid-air. A kangaroo squares up against 3 crazy emu birds.
God, they're gonna fight. This is amazing. I have this all on video. Oh my god, 2 against 1. Oh, I'm ganging up on him. Look at that. Oh, he's so pissed. What's happening right here? Punch him, Kango. You can do it.
And these guys managed to rescue their dog from a giant hungry python, who keeps a tight grip around the animal. This lion plays catch with a monkey in a tree, jumping back and forth until the monkey finally manages to push him down. As a male cub approached the watering hole to quench his thirst, he didn't notice the hungry crocodile lurking in the water.
Oh! Oh! Huh?
And as this zebra was trying to cross the river, a crocodile locked his teeth into its back, but the zebra chose to bite back and managed to escape the vicious attack. Watch how this enormous rhino gives the sleeping lions a wake-up call. A lonely lion is attacked by a huge clan of vicious hyenas, but the king of the jungle doesn't need any friends, he only needs confidence. Just watch how the incredible lion fights back and protects his prey from being stolen. When a rude and rowdy elephant kicked a resting buffalo in the face, the elephant quickly regretted its foolish decision when the buffalo retaliated by poking him right in the rear with its horn. Wrong place at the wrong time for this defenseless baby chick that gets snapped up and eaten by a hungry horse like a tasty snack. This is why you should never turn your back on a tiger. When a mom and baby rhino had an altercation with 3 elephants at a watering hole, the elephants displayed that they are the most intelligent by using inanimate objects as weapons to scare them away. Not even a fence can stop these sheep from fighting. This dog's bark is definitely worse than its bite, as it retreats like a coward after messing with a massive iguana. When a group of predatory birds tried to snatch one of this leopard's cubs, the mother had to teach them a hard lesson. Did this bird just travel through time? I think this dog got what he deserved. A group of wild dogs were hanging out at a watering hole when they were suddenly joined by a huge elephant who wanted the place for himself. Watch how he tries to drive the little annoying creatures off his lawn by kicking dirt at them, chasing them around, and showing them who's boss. A mountain lion decided to attack a lone baby bear instead of its big mother, but had an embarrassing defeat as the little bear cub bravely fought it off. The animals in the jungle have many differences, but they all share one common enemy, the lion. So when this buffalo was being attacked by the hungry predator, a heroic elephant stepped in to save its life. When a black bear wandered into the wrong territory, a very unusual fight occurred as a male lion decided to drive the animal away from its land. A tiny dog quickly regretted messing with the tegu lizard when it suddenly had enough of its annoying barking and decided to teach it a lesson the hard way. Elephants know that they are the absolute strongest when they stick together, so when two crocodiles were threatening some of these elephants, the whole herd decided to charge at the dangerous enemies together to scare them away.
Oh no! Oh!
The little one's got some balls.
This dog quickly regrets messing with an impatient donkey. Lions usually know which animals they can hunt and win against in a fight, but this lion got a little too confident when it tried to attack a big giraffe. This lion cub was so eager to bite into the pride's meal that it got stuck in a sticky situation to say the least. Luckily, the other lions ate through the buffalo's stomach and were eventually able to set the poor cub free. This lion, who was craving some honey, quickly regretted its choice when it got attacked by a swarm of vicious bees.
Oh! Dude, I think you knocked me out.
When a grizzly bear was feeding on its prey, a pack of hungry wolves surrounded the animal and tried to steal it. But the bear refused to hand over his food, for which he had fought so bravely, and showed the wolf pack who's boss. This prairie falcon uses its hard-hitting hunting tactic to take out a clueless Drake mallard with a high-speed headshot. He didn't even give him time to duck. This mountain lion probably confused itself with a regular lion when it tried to hunt a much bigger alpaca who bravely fought off the desperate animal. A hungry leopard stalks a warthog right before snatching its baby, but what the leopard didn't know was that it messed with the wrong mother who wasn't gonna give up easily on its child. This cow hit his head so hard that he switched personalities. A clueless raccoon accidentally got in the wrong hood and had to pay the consequences, as these chimpanzees were not too happy about having an intruder. These sharks work together to mug the crocodiles and steal their food, but one of the sharks receives instant karma too. A fisherman caught an electric eel, but as he's pulling it in, an alligator decided he wanted a piece of the action too and got himself a little bit more than a bite. Up to 860 volts of electricity suddenly flowed through the alligator's body, and the eel's unusual defense mechanism completely obliterates the animal. When a male lion attacked a leopard, the female lion surprisingly chose to defend the defenseless animal. Who do you think would win in a fight between a crab and a scorpion? Well, in this epic underwater battle, the crab completely destroyed its opponent. Strength and size aren't always the most important traits to have in nature. Sometimes all you need is confidence to beat the bigger opponent, which this fearless goat proved when it took on several rhinos in a fight and won. African wild dogs may not be that dangerous when they are alone, but when these animals fight together, they are some of the absolute scariest creatures of the savannah. So when a pack of vicious wild dogs attacked this lioness, it knew it was in deep trouble. When a massive eagle decided that this goat would become its delicious dinner, the poor animal stood no chance and was swept away to be never seen again. An overconfident buffalo thought it could beat a rhino in a fight, but underestimated its opponent and suffered the brutal consequences. This bear cub is using world-class wrestling to take down a dog bigger than himself.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Imagine when that bear grows up, he's definitely gonna be the king of the forest. When a leopard and a hyena were fighting over who would get the prey for dinner, the prey made an Oscar-worthy performance in order to escape. At about 2 years of age, male lions reach maturity and often begin picking fights with their father. Eventually, the father grows tired of having his authority questioned and forces the younger males out of their territory. In this clip, you can see this phenomenon occur as a father and his son savagely fight for dominance. This alligator definitely messed with the wrong guy.
Hey, get off him! Hey! Mom! You're gonna break his neck, man! Freaky stuff! You're gonna break your brother's neck! Mom!
A baffled cat didn't expect to be completely outsmarted by a careless bird. This baboon should probably figure out a better escape plan next time it gets hunted by a pride of hungry lions.
Take her from me.
Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something!
This praying mantis was lucky that the massive tarantula spider wasn't in the mood for fighting, as it would have easily destroyed the annoying creature. An impala who was chased by a pack of wild dogs later got stuck on a small island in the middle of a watering hole, as it then became the target of a bunch of hungry crocodiles. In an attempt to escape, the impala lunges itself into the water, with a crocodile getting closer and closer. But all of a sudden, a heroic hippo appears out of nowhere, attacking the predator and saving the poor antelope.
The hippo coming in. Unbelievable.
Hippos are enormous and extremely aggressive creatures that can both run and swim faster than humans. So when this young hippo challenged one of the adults in a fight, he was clever to quickly turn tail and run.
Oh man.
This bear messed with the wrong dog and was put right back in its place. These smart lions were chasing a giraffe into an ambush where one of them was waiting to attack. But what they didn't know at the time was that they chose to mess with the wrong giraffe. When a lioness is attacked by a clan of vicious hyenas, it seems she stands no chance against them alone. But the tables quickly turn when her entire pride comes to the rescue. Simply getting a drink of water for wild animals can be one of the most dangerous necessary tasks because of the crocodiles lurking in the water, waiting to attack their next victim. But when this crocodile tried to take down an elephant, he forgot that elephants have loyal friends that'll always back them up.
Oh, cool.
When this buffalo was relaxing and mudbathing to avoid the midday heat, a lion thought the animal was already dead and was shocked to find out that it's still alive before they gave each other the biggest fright of their lives. This lioness definitely messed with the wrong zebra and paid the price for it big time. And here's another zebra who delivers an unexpected kick to the face of a vicious lion. Two giant Alaskan grizzly bears battle fiercely for dominance during mating season, where the female will choose to mate with only the winner. This bowhead whale swam into the wrong territory and messed with the wrong pod of killer whales. The orcas attacked, continuously ramming it on one spot on its side, eventually breaking its ribs and puncturing its lungs. After a vicious battle, the killer whales even started pushing it underwater to drown the poor animal. They don't call them the wolves of the sea for nothing. Due to their solid build, wild boars can inflict serious injuries to their enemies, and in this video, you can see a boar running full force towards a leopard that tried to kill its baby. This guy definitely messed with the wrong bird. Hyenas are vicious animals who like to team up and bully other animals in the wild. But this hyena certainly messed with the wrong donkey.
一会儿咬掉哪儿了？ 二连，我操！
When a coyote started bullying a little cat, the cat used its epic climbing abilities to its advantage and narrowly escaped death. When this cat was messing around with a snake, the cat certainly learned a valuable lesson. Confidence can often beat brute strength, and this video is a perfect example of that. Just watch how a goose fights off this baby elephant after it splashes some water on him. Watch how a single duck completely bamboozled 8 tigers by playing hide and seek with them in the water.
Nope.
And here's a duck who also loves playing dangerous games with tigers and dove underneath the water just in time to avoid becoming their afternoon snack. When a leopard went berserk in this neighborhood and attacked a man, these dogs teamed up against the vicious animal to protect their owners. This alligator thought it would be an easy fight against an old man, but this brave guy can fight back. When a hawk attacked a chicken on a farm, the other animals came running to the rescue and bravely fought it off. This pesky rhino learns a life lesson the hard way when he attempts to bully a giraffe only to get kicked right in the grill and run off crying for mommy. A snake thought a frog would be an easy target, but this frog never gives up. These 2 northern elephant seals engage in a brutal battle for the right to mate with a female. Even though the smaller seal has gotten half his face torn off, he still doesn't retreat right away. This cobra challenges a mongoose to a deadly fight, and when the mongoose moves in to attack, the cobra strikes and misses. Eventually, the mongoose attacks again, and this time he doesn't miss. I guess snake is on the menu tonight. This epic battle between a rhino and a buffalo was filmed in South Africa, where you can see the clash of their deadly horns. Finally, the rhino's strength overcomes the buffalo, and he chases them all away. Two bulls started fighting in the middle of the street, and the villagers desperately tried to separate them using long sticks, but these guys were not ready to give up so easily. After a while, the smaller bull started taking some serious damage, but had to keep on fighting to survive. Luckily, with the help of the villagers, the bull eventually got a head start and ran away. There is nothing more powerful than a mother's love, because they will do anything to protect their babies. So when a hungry king cobra tried to sneak up on a mother chicken and her chicks, she fought it off bravely. When a pack of hyenas were foolish enough to try and snatch food from a pride of lions, the angry lions quickly started chasing after them. Eventually, the big male lion catches up to one of them and delivers a swift bite to the neck, killing the animal. And in this video, another pack of hungry hyenas stole food from a lioness, where the big male lion had to show her how it's done. Tigers are one of the most dangerous animals on the planet, so when these massive and aggressive tigers started fighting at the zoo, these people were certainly very thankful that the enclosure was keeping them safe. Lions aren't the king of the jungle just because of their size. They're the king of the jungle because of their strong mentality. Just watch as this fearless lion steps into crocodile-infested waters and comes face to face with a hungry predator before scaring it away from its prey. Here, an elephant seal gets into a battle with a much more experienced fighter and quickly regrets it. When this antelope was crossing the river, the worst case scenario came true, as a croc suddenly appeared from the bottom of the shallow waters and started chasing him. Watch as the crocodile races to catch up to the antelope, who swims desperately for land and survival. Lions will always be the king of the jungle, and if you ever doubted it, just check out this clip where a fearless lion puts 5 tigers in their place. Despite being the undisputed king of the jungle, a lion can never beat a crocodile on its own, but 3 lions using teamwork, that's a completely different matter. And these cows who also underestimate their opponent and fail to intimidate a confident goose. This crocodile messed with the wrong buffalo, who was too stubborn to give up the fight for its life.
Well, maybe that's how they have nosebleeds.
20 minutes later.
Mission failed.
Just as for humans, it's also important for animals to have a good role model. For example, young male elephants that don't have an elder male elephant around them tend to viciously attack other animals for no reason, like this angry elephant attacking a buffalo with its tusks.
No, Robert. Oh no, man! What the hell?
That's terrible.
When this massive tiger walks into the cage, no one dares to defy him. When this gibbon stalks and bullies the restaurant cat, he gets a couple of well-deserved hits right back at him.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
These Komodo dragons try to wrestle each other down, but it seems like they're perfectly matched, and therefore get stuck in a very odd position. This man gets lucky after messing with the wrong ostrich.
Oh,
This clever monkey pulls off a martial arts move. Here's a fish that clutched the gulag.
Dude, he ate that whole.
Well, his friends definitely won't believe this story.
Be free! He's gone!
And check out this smart lion who outwits a grumpy buffalo.
Huh? Are you blind? You can't see me!
A coyote tries to catch and eat a lone chicken, but runs into the chicken's 3 goat buddies. At first they run away, but quickly team up and scare off the predator from their farm. When a hungry hawk managed to slip through the hole in the fence and attack the hens, a rooster did his job by stepping up to protect them. This leopard went into the wrong territory guarded by a pride of vicious lions and soon regretted its decision. The leopard tries to hide up in a tree, but panics and jumps down right into the pride of lions, who then attack it ferociously.
That was stupid of him, man.
Watch how this tiger asserts its dominance against another tiger invading its territory. When a hungry alligator approaches this python, the snake decides to strike first. And as the python tries to wrap itself around the top predator, he manages to get in a good bite. But after an exhausting battle lasting for several hours, the alligator gives way to the python and an unusual twist of fate occurs. The snake is able to intimidate the alligator into retreat. And here's another fight between an alligator and a moccasin, but this time the outcome is different for the snake.
Oh my god! That was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This chameleon stands completely still, hoping to blend in with its surroundings when a snake gets close by. Unfortunately for the chameleon, the snake zeroes in on it and strikes rapidly. But the chameleon puts up a tough fight and eventually turns sideways to appear too large for the snake to swallow.
Now it's paralyzed.
When it comes to the food chain, there's always a bigger fish. During mating season, bulls fight over who will have the right to mate with over 50 females. And here, you can see how a young contender takes a big risk of becoming the most dominant bull and fights against the biggest guy for mating rights. After a long and tough fight, the young bull gambled everything and paid a heavy price. He's lost the battle and retreats. This hyena clan made the mistake of their lives when they decided to surround a male lion and attack. Even though he was outnumbered, he showed the characteristic of a fearless lion and bravely fought back against the vicious animals who try to know that honey badgers think they are the boss of the bush. Well, this mother honey badger surely is. She had no second thoughts, charging on a hungry leopard to save her baby.
Look at that.
This mongoose dances circles around a lethally venomous black mamba until it's exhausted. That's when it finally delivers a lightning-fast shot with its razor-sharp teeth, winning the intense battle. A warthog mother bravely chases away a hungry leopard to save her baby. You know, if you think that turtles are harmless, you've obviously never been bitten by one. Remember Master Crane from Kung Fu Panda? Apparently, he's not fiction anymore. Take a look at this real-life situation of a crane defending itself against two hungry tigers after it fell into the tiger's den by accident.
追了！哎呀，老虎一起追他！哎呀，糟糕了！
Size doesn't matter. Thought this pit bull as he charged toward a huge bison.
Jesus Christ, Richard!
Lions are the kings of the jungle because of their raw power and strength. They fear absolutely no other animals. However, that doesn't mean they don't have any enemies, like the enormous buffalo. That's why they usually hunt buffalo together in a pride. However, this fearless male lion decided that he didn't need any help and attacked a buffalo herd all by himself. These safari guests were hoping to get a closer look at African wildlife, and, well, it certainly doesn't get much closer than this. What's worse than getting attacked by one baboon is getting beat up by 50 of them like this leopard. You're never safe from a killer whale, not even at the beach. Adrian Deschrijver, chief warden of the Kahuzi-Biega National Park in Congo, is best known for his unbelievable bravery shown in a gorilla documentary. As he brings an abandoned baby gorilla into the forest to help it adjust to its natural habitat, he's quickly met with a troop of angry silverback gorillas. One silverback attempts to either attack or intimidate Adrian, but ultimately backs away when he refuses to move or flinch. Later on, the dominant silverback began to scream and charge at him once again, so Adrian had no other choice than to drop the baby gorilla. Yeah, the night shift really sucks. There's always gonna be some drunk customer starting a fight. A spooked impala accidentally disturbed these leopards' cozy time, but this incredible animal was ready and went from mating to catching prey to climbing up a tree in one breath.
No way. That is insane.
These safari guests got more than they asked for. Fortunately though, the lion just wanted some cuddles. When this grizzly bear managed to catch a salmon, another bear slides up on his belly to beg for the scraps. But when yet another bear approaches to get a piece of that delicious meal,
I can smell you.
He has to fight him for the rights to the leftovers. A pride of 20 resting lions quickly turns alert when a prey shows up at their front door. Suddenly, their spa day turned into yet another day of vicious hunting. But it doesn't start off great for one of the lions who gets thrown into the air by the buffalo's horn. My only question is, what was the buffalo even thinking when he walked up to a massive pride of hungry lions? I guess we'll never know. A quick rabbit leaves a hunting leopard with broken ankles.
Nope.
With those skills, that rabbit should get drafted in the NBA. And these golden eagles expected these hares to be an easy catch, but oh boy were they wrong. If you ever get attacked by a brown bear, play dead and never fight back. Just remember to pray for a good outcome. But if you ever stumble upon two aggressive brown bears, remember to quickly take out your camera and record it horizontally because things are about to go down. This lion pride spent hours trying to hunt a lone and vulnerable buffalo, but eventually, this lioness finally had enough and decided to take it down by herself. Bravely, she fought the animal to its last breath as the rest of the pride cheered her on. Listen to how the buffalo tries to gasp for air, but the Master Queen continues to hold tight around the nostrils in order to suffocate the animal. While the crocodiles were asleep, this dazzle of zebras were given a perfect window to cross the river. But some crocodiles wake up with hunger on their mind, and not everyone makes it over. This baby zebra was taken downstream by the current away from its mother and is oblivious to the immediate danger. But with an insane amount of luck, his life is spared. This time, this is why you never question a bear.
What you doing? What you doing?
Even for the king of the jungle, life isn't easy in the wild because some animals disguise themselves as prey but are actually fierce predators. Damn, this mongoose has perfected a whole bunch of combination moves. The headlock, the pile driver, and even the croc death roll. The mongoose must have been trained by this kung fu master. This right here has gotta be the most unlucky zebra in the world. First, while crossing the river, he's met by crocodiles and barely escapes their jaws. But just when he thinks the danger is over, he's immediately chased by a pride of lions. A massive largemouth bass appears from the depths and steals a poor little duckling from the surface of the water. The helpless mother follows them, but is unable to save it. That's when the duckling luckily managed to escape its grip and emerge to the surface, reuniting with its worried family. Hey, I think I found Tom and Jerry in real life, only this time Tom finally caught up to Jerry. A few minutes before dark, you should already have found yourself a good hiding spot away from predators. But this zebra wasn't clever enough, and natural selection did its thing. A sea lion gets revenge on a thieving seagull for stealing its food. You would think that a primitive-looking creature that lacks eyes or even a brain would not be much danger, but you'd be wrong. The terrifying bobbit worm, also known as the sand striker, is a savage predator who shoots out grapple-like hooks to reel in passing fish from the ocean floor. And no, it's not just the tiny fish they're going after. That's just the appetizer. Their main course can be much, much larger. If your opponent is much larger in battle, you have to outsmart the enemy instead. And if you can't convince them, make sure to confuse them. Just like this 1000 IQ stingray did, creating a kind of ninja smoke bomb effect to escape an attack from a hungry lemon shark. This eel was hiding in its spot, trying to get away from the prying eyes of the sea snake, but the stealthy snake aimed at its prey, diving right into it and swallowing it in one bite. Honestly speaking, the snake was lucky it was one of the smaller ones, or you'd have seen how it would have absolutely annihilated the snake. A group of fishermen caught a hammerhead shark, but then a tiger shark suddenly came along and decided it wanted a piece of the action. And no, the tiger shark wasn't there to save it. Instead, the tiger shark was actually looking for an easy meal. It quickly seized the opportunity and, in true shark fashion, it chomped down on the helpless animal. Have you ever seen a pufferfish in action? It's pretty impressive. Take a look at how a pufferfish puffs up to protect itself from becoming lunch for a vicious eel. Lucky for the eel, the pufferfish got away, or it would have been a pretty sad ending for both of them, because that pufferfish is more poisonous than the eel could imagine. Residing in Australia's reefs is this 6-foot-long olive sea snake who's got a lethal bite. With giant lungs and specialized nostril valves, it can stay submerged for hours at a time and prevent water from ever entering its lungs. Unfortunately for its small prey, it's nearly impossible to escape this predator once it locks its eyes on you. This snake can easily enter small spaces with a tremendous speed, and with the longest fangs of any sea snake, it injects venom that quickly paralyzes and kills the fish. A sneaky flounder jumps out from its unbelievable hiding place to attack an oblivious seahorse. But it seems that this wasn't the first time being attacked by a flounder, as it swims away completely unbothered. A fierce coconut octopus suddenly attacks a crab, using its suckers to restrain the animal. The crab here doesn't stand a chance, as the octopus even injects it with poison using its razor-sharp beak. In just a few minutes, the crab gives up the fight, and with the octopus's digestive enzyme softening the flesh, it can now suck it out and eat it, leaving only the shell behind. This sea turtle found the buffet of a lifetime. Even though the jellyfish is way bigger than the turtle, it doesn't have much of a defense except for releasing some toxins. But the only thing this turtle needs to do to protect itself from it is to close its eyes and keep enjoying the feast. Let us know in the comments which of these clips was your favorite. And while you're down there, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.